If you've ever looked at a rugged SUV and thought, yeah, that's the one I'd take off the road without thinking twice, then the 2026 Ford Bronco is definitely something you should be paying attention to. Ford isn't just keeping the Bronco alive. They're clearly doubling down on what made it legendary in the first place, while updating it for how people actually drive and explore today. The 2026 Bronco keeps that instantly recognizable boxy shape, but it looks tougher and more refined at the same time, with a wider stance, sharper details, and an overall presence that feels more confident than ever. It still looks like a proper off-road machine, but now it feels more modern and more premium, even before you step inside. One of the biggest talking points for the 2026 Bronco is the move towards smarter efficiency, and that's where the hybrid setup comes in. Ford is expected to introduce improved hybrid technology that gives you better fuel economy without taking away the fun or the power people expect from a Bronco. The idea here isn't to turn it into a soft SUV, but to make it more usable every day, especially if you're driving in the city during the week and heading off the grid on weekends. You still get strong performance, but with smoother driving and less stress at the fuel pump, which is a big upgrade compared to older models. Off-road capability is where the Bronco really shines, and for 2026, Ford is clearly making sure it stays ahead of the competition. This SUV is built for dirt, rocks, sand, and trails, with advanced traction systems, rugged suspension, and features that make difficult terrain feel manageable even for drivers who aren't hardcore off-road experts. Compared to previous versions, the 2026 Bronco feels more controlled and more confident, especially in challenging conditions, while still being comfortable enough for long highway drives. Inside the cabin, Ford is focusing on making the Bronco feel more refined without losing its adventurous personality. The interior is expected to get updated materials, a cleaner layout, and larger, more responsive screens that make everything feel easier and more intuitive. It still feels tough and durable, but now there's a stronger sense of comfort and quality, which is something earlier models didn't always prioritize. Long drives feel more relaxed, and daily driving feels less like a compromise. When it comes to pricing, the 2026 Ford Bronco is expected to stay competitive within the off-road SUV segment. It likely won't be cheap, but when you compare it to what it offers, especially against older Broncos and rival off-road SUVs, it starts to make a lot of sense. You're getting modern technology, real off-road ability, and a design that doesn't try too hard to impress, because it doesn't have to. Compared to past models, the 2026 Bronco feels like a more complete package. It's smarter, more efficient, more comfortable, and still every bit as capable as the Bronco name promises.